Demonslayer's stone pillar Hashira, Gyomei Himejima, appears to be a strange and off-putting figure at first appearance, and he is. Gyomei's character has a lot more depth than meets the eye, from his highly sensitive nature that causes him to cry all the time to the fact that he is the strongest Hashira among the Demon Slayer corps. Though he doesn't get much screen time in the anime, the Demon Slayer manga goes into great detail to describe his tragic backstory and how he came to be so powerful despite being blind. Let's talk about Gyomei Himejima's past and abilities. Gyomei reared 9 children in a temple when he was younger, all of whom were orphans whom he adored and considered his family. Gyomei always lit wisteria incense to keep those in the temple safe, because the forest surrounding the temple was plagued with demons, therefore there were severe laws not to stay out until dark. One of the children, however, broke the temple's laws one night, lingering past sunset and encountering a demon as a result. Terrified, the boy sacrificed Gyomei and the other children to preserve his own life, even lighting wisteria incense and leading the demon straight to the temple. The most fled in terror and were slaughtered, but the youngest, Seo, sheltered behind Gyomei. Gyomei, who had been blind since birth and was rather frail, was determined to protect his family and pounded the demon with his bare hands till daybreak, learning for the first time his inner power. The demon turned to dust at daylight, but when rescue arrived, Seo blamed Gyomei for everyone's deaths. He was charged with murder and imprisoned, but Kagaya Abuyashiki, the Demon Slayer Corps' chief, saved him from execution. Gyomei began to have doubts and suspicions about a person's true personality after that, yet remaining highly emotional and sympathetic. Gyomei was named the Stone Pillar Hashira after only 2 months of training, demonstrating that his physicality and brute power are a force to be reckoned with. His prowess in Demon Slayer, on the other hand, goes much further. Gyomei uses stone breathing, one of the 5 original breathing styles evolved from sun breathing. Stone breathing is a complex and tough method to perfect that imitates the ground and stone to generate consistent, unchanging offensive and defensive abilities. Gyomei learned to heighten his other senses after being born blind, giving him a far stronger and more unique connection to the ground than most others. Gyomei's Nichiren blade is not a sword like the other Demon Slayers. Instead, he holds a long chained axe with a spiked flail attached. Gyomei stretches his bounds by combining his breathing style with repetitive actions in addition to his already impressive powers. Repetitive action is a technique for achieving total concentration breathing by opening all 5 senses. To improve concentration and draw out more power from inside, one can either repeat a series of familiar movements or recall a moment of tremendous agony and rage. Gyomei's repetitive actions include continual prayer. Yes, in a word. Gyomei's soft-spoken and compassionate nature only adds to his might as the Demon Slayer anime's most formidable Hashira. For starters, offering prayers to people and events that depress him is not only in sync with his high-running emotions, but it's also a habit of repetitive actions, with his tremendous empathy serving as the catalyst. And, despite his initial skepticism of others, when he does embrace someone, his commitment and faith in them is admirable. In fact, Gyomei's emotions are what keep him going, and his strength isn't just due to his physical prowess. Anger, anguish, and remorse from his past and present fuel his urge to protect, as he is scared of going through the same suffering and loss. Gyomei's skills are secretly governed, regulated, and amplified by his emotional capacities. So, rather than being a show of weakness, his crying is a sign of power. Gyomei's character in Demon Slayer can be considered as a deconstruction of what makes a person strong as a gentle giant.